Hi, I'm Scott Malabar. I'm a fourth-generation costumer, and I'm the Grand Poobah of Harlequin Costume. At Harlequin, we work in a couple of ways. We have hundreds of shows in stock that we can supply you with. We also build to your own specifications, whether it's based on your color palette or specific director's requirements. For example, we're currently working on a production of The Sound of Music for a customer in New Jersey. This particular customer is getting only a part of the show from us, and we take great pride in making sure that every costume that goes out is correct in every detail. For example, on the German officers' costumes, all the details of the insignia, the various sleeve patches, and other insignia are all correct to the period. And for the children's clothing, we work based on the measurement sheet that we're supplied with, and then all the costumes for a given character are slotted in behind and then go in for alterations. So there's the various changes that the children need for their different outfits, and then we've also got the curtains for the bedroom so that the curtain clothes will match. So in the case of The Sound of Music, it was a show that we were pulling from stock. Another show we're currently working on is an HMS Pinafore. This show has been reset by the director into the 1930s. So instead of the traditional costumes that we have from the 1880s, we're having to build a full new set. This is the men's top, and it's a traditional Royal Navy 1930s look, and the hats have to be new as well, set for that period. And it's quite a different look from the traditional Victorian setting.
This costume is the Mikado from the Gilbert and Sullivan operetta named The Mikado, and it is one of the first costumes that Harlequin ever built as a theatrical costumer 21 years ago. It was the first show that we were commissioned to build from scratch, and we created the entire show and haven't looked back. Since building our first Gilbert and Sullivan production 21 years ago, we've continued to build Gilbert and Sullivan, and we now have almost all of the GNS shows in stock. This is one of my very favorite costumes in our entire collection, in part because it's one of the first very spectacular costumes that we had the privilege to build. We worked with a local designer, a very talented man named Ted Corll, and had the chance to work with him for 10 years building costumes for Gilbert and Sullivan and for other musical theater as well. The actor that wore this costume paid us a huge compliment when he came out on stage on opening night. Before he even had a chance to speak or sing, the audience burst into applause. And he said to me afterwards, "Jan, I didn't need to do anything. I just had to stand there and look good in this magnificent piece."